Hello, class. Last final couple of internship updates, but this week really just focused on trying to get the last few hours in, see how that works, especially with that week that I had off from being sick. But this week was pretty good. My supervisor and co-supervisor, Steve, we went over some things with transportation. The vans that we have, since the school is a lot smaller, we don't have typical school buses that you'll see at a bigger high school, a more established high school. So a lot of the vans needed maintenance, and usually you have people that do it for you, but we had to do it ourselves. So that's one of the things that kind of puts a lot on on our plates when it comes to being a smaller school. I know my supervisor, he has a lot of titles. He's principal, athletic director, teacher, etc. So, and then there's not a lot of funding to get people in those positions to help him, balance his schedule. But having to keep maintain the vehicles is just another say stressful bit, but something else he has to worry about. We also went over some transportation rules and regulations. Really, when we're transporting kids to the games, there's a couple of forms that need to be filled out, especially with us driving and us not using a bus company or a typical school bus as you'll see with other bigger schools. We also went over some when in high school, if you ever played a sport, you would have to put it by your coach and sign a waiver releasing you to your parents after the game. Went over some of that stuff too. So a lot of things just about transportation and the rules that we have to abide by, and a few things that holds us back with being a smaller school, and a lot of responsibilities that if I were ever to work at a small school that I would have to take on. Just from this experience, there's a lot of cons with working at a smaller school, and like I said, a lot more things that are on your plate when you're running an athletic program, along with running a school at that. And not to mention, my supervisor, he also runs the school in Indio as well. So it's two schools that he really has to be in charge of. But if you love your job, then you love what you do, then it doesn't seem like too much of a task. But yeah, that was my week of my internship.